I'm Eric Grant. I'm a two-time regional and one-time national JA Titan champion. Today in this video, we're going to be discussing tips and strategies for advanced gameplay. Strategies must be used for the simulation. When developing a strategy, you must consider the following: what scenario you're in, long-term or short-term effects, approximately how much research you're willing to invest, and the general idea of how your pricing will be competitive in your market. There are three general types of strategies that are typically used in the JA Titan Challenge. The first strategy we're going to learn about today is the low price strategy. Low price strategy tries to absorb a large amount of the market share by selling product at the lowest price possible while operating with minimal expenses to maximize profits. Alright, so this is how I would show you how to begin doing low price strategy. And so, as we did, as you've seen in the basics, we start off deciding our price here. So for this game, I'm going to decide that a low price would be about $40. And then as far as a unit production with low price, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to produce, near your max capacity. So I'm going to just do an even 500, which is 95% of our utilization. This being because you can expect there to be higher priced companies out there, and so when you have a consumer that's looking to buy the cheapest available product, there's going to be many of those, much more of those than there would be people that would buy a higher priced product. And so for marketing here, marketing isn't as important with low price strategy. I would suggest maybe $2,000 for the first quarter here. And so that would mean flexi paper ads right here for our minimum budget required in our marketing campaign. And then research and development. You don't need research and development if you're going to sell the cheapest available product. People are buying the product because it's cheap rather than because it has all these new fancy features. Capital investment, very important in this scenario. I would set that at about $9,000 for the first quarter or so. Just because it lowers our cost per unit, and since our margins are going to be very slim and we'll be selling at a higher volume, you need to be able to produce that higher volume here. And then charitable giving, always $9,999. And then, so let's submit this plan. So with this strategy, what you can expect in the beginning is when you look at your reports and industry overview tab, the PI difference is not going to be too much between you and the other companies. In fact, you may even find yourself at the bottom of the barrel because other companies selling with high price will have higher demand and they'll be spending more on marketing, and so that would allow them to get greater demand from the jump. So what you can expect though in the next quarter though is steady increases in PI. So with, let's go to our reports again here and look at our company, our production tab. We have no inventory, which is good because we want to sell in that higher volume. We had about 30 unfilled orders. That's very good. That's very, very good. Our margin per unit sold is about $13, and so far that was a pretty good first quarter. We're in first place, as you can see. So for the next quarter, what I think we should do is, let's just move this up to 700 units. And then marketing. Marketing seems to be doing well at 2,000, so let's just go ahead and keep that. Capital investment, we can probably bump that up now since we have more available cash and we don't have to worry about exceeding our credit line. And as far as our price, since we invested in capital investment, our cost per unit went from, I believe, $18 to $15, just a little below $16 here. So we can probably go down in our price so that way we can stay competitive in the industry. And so maybe $38 would be appropriate there. And so let's submit this plan here. All right, and there you have it. Orders higher than production right now. We're going to go to our reports and industry overview tab. Like I said, you can expect a steady increase in PI. Higher net profit. We're leading. We're doing well. So yeah, this is how you begin low price strategy, and basically you just carry over that throughout the whole game. You can expect to drop your unit price a little bit lower each quarter. Always increase your unit production right here to match your new capacity. When you invest in capital investment, you'll be able to increase that capacity to sell in higher volume. And so that's basically the most important thing about the whole thing. And yeah, good luck. The second strategy we're going to learn about today is high price. High price strategy tries to use innovation to create the greatest demand for their product in the market. So that way the company can sell its product at the highest price. All right, so I'm going to show you how to play high price strategy. So first things first, as always, we have to decide on a price. And so between 12 and 99, I think 81 price would be appropriately on the higher end of the spectrum there. And then unit production. So with unit production, since this is high price, we're going to want to cut our cost per unit down in areas that are possible, because we're going to be spending a lot on our expenditures here. The lowest cost per unit would be at 80% utilization right there. And so 80% of 525 is 420 units. And then on to marketing. So with marketing, since we're going to want to market all of these new features that we're going to be coming up with, I think we should budget about $6,000 into that. And we need to go to our decision detail right here, halogen ads, which is a minimum of $6,000 budget required for our marketing campaign. Okay. On to research and development. So for research and development, I think we should probably invest, we need to invest highly in that. And so about 9,000 would be pretty good, because our customers, when they're paying so much money, $81 per product, they're going to want to see the newest and best features here. So let's just scroll down here. Let's choose camera. So camera is going to be the feature for this quarter that we'll be researching. And then on to capital investment. So capital investment, since we want to save money where we can in our cost per unit, very early into high price, it's very important to invest a lot of money into capital investment. And so I'm going to go with about 9,500 right there. And then charitable giving. So charitable giving's always a $9,999 thing. It's no question for that, because it's free marketing. And submit. So with this strategy, you can expect our first quarter results to be near the top, because low price, like I mentioned earlier when discussing low price, is that it has a tendency to make you start near the bottom and then you'll work your way up, whereas high price, you start up high very quickly and then you have to try and maintain that and stay competitive on the higher price spectrum. So first, let's go to our reports here. Let's look at prices here. Since we're playing against the bots, they all have somewhat lower prices, and so on the higher price end, we're not really competing with anyone, so we're doing very well. Retained earnings, very high. Net profit, very high. Pretty good market share for playing high price, and so we're going to want to go to our company reports here and look under production to see if we have any inventory. No inventory. Wow, that's really good. Means that we matched our production with our orders here, and so let's go to marketing here. Yeah, 57 unfilled orders. So we did good with our pricing for the first quarter. Our margin per unit sold is only $22, almost $23 per unit, and that's relatively low for a high price. As you'll see later on when we go to our plan here, as we invest more into capital investment, our cost per unit will go way down. And so first things first, I'm going to want to change our unit production here to about 80% again. So let's just click up until we're at 80% here. I'm going to assume it's probably around 680. Our production will probably be around 590. So that way we're at 80% utilization here. Previously, I think our cost per unit was at about $18, so we cut about $4.30 off per unit, which is really good. So that $4.30 will go right into our profit margin next quarter. And so capital investment, since we have a lot more money now to work with, I think we should continue to cut our cost per unit. So I'm going to max that expenditure, which is at $9,999. research and development, we didn't finish this feature. So I think what we can do is, well, there's kind of two ways of thinking as far as this. There are a lot of people that'll argue that you should try and just finish the feature, and so they would probably have you want to invest in about like $4,500, so that way you'll finish the feature, you won't spend more than you need to. And then there's people that say that demand is based on how much you put into research, and so either or is good. I'm just going to keep this at 9,000, and we'll finish up camera next. And then on to marketing. Marketing did us pretty good last quarter. We managed to just about match our production with our orders, so I'm going to keep this at 6,000. And on to capital investment. We already did capital investment and charitable giving, the same. Our price. What I'm going to want to do with our price, what you know with high price strategies, that eventually you're going to make your way down. You're going to always gradually go down to a lower price, because you have to, once you make yourself a high price strategy player and you compete with other high price strategy players. So if there was another player here under industry overview that had $79, that means that you're probably going to want to go below them, because you don't want to seem like you're price gouging for the newest and best features. And also you could end up having to research the same features as them. So you're going to want to be able to match them. So let's go down to 78 price just for the sake of that example there. And then you already increased our production, so let's submit. All right, well, there you go. We took quite a jump there in terms of performance index, so that's good. We finished up camera. It'll show this message once you finish up a feature here. Look at our industry overview tab right here. Still doing very well, still very much in the lead, dominating right now. The results will obviously vary once you play against other players that research and have a higher unit price. And so this is how I recommend that you play high price strategy. This is pretty much how you start it off. The most difficult strategy to master in JA Titan is the adaptive strategy. An adaptive strategy is more advanced than high-low strategy because it follows the philosophy of being competitive by analyzing the most recent company and industry reports and using that data to make projections of sales for the next quarter in the given scenario and economy. This strategy does not necessarily have to compete for highest or lowest price, as long as sales follow previous projections and/or remain within 5% of that quarter's production. It's recommended that students master low and high price strategies first to understand the economics of the situation before attempting this strategy. After every quarter, it's important to see the updated company financial and industry reports available underneath the Reports tab. Using these reports can give students a major advantage in gameplay and competition. Well, thanks for watching. I hope this video helps elevate your game to the next level.